Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing another airport update of Lexington Bluegrass Airport, and today we have a lot of very exciting news. I feel like last update there was like nothing new or interesting that was happening, and that is completely different this update. The first bit of news you can already see in front of you, so I'm not going to go rambling on. We're going to go ahead and get straight into it with our first aircraft here. Obviously we have the Allegiant Boeing 737 MAX 8-200. These have just recently entered service, and starting just a few days ago as of recording this video, we have begun getting these at Lexington. We're getting them from Orlando Sanford, as that is where the only one that has entered service so far is currently based. And we're getting them a couple of times a week. So it's so awesome that we're already getting these less than a month after they actually entered service. I'm so glad that Lexington was one of the first destinations. I believe this is the first time we've ever had nonstop service or just service in general on a MAX aircraft. I'm not even sure if a MAX has ever visited Lexington prior to Allegiant starting their flights on one, so it's really cool. So yeah, the 737 MAX 8 came in from Orlando Sanford. It's just landing in right now, and we'll be heading back out there later today. Moving on over to Concourse A right here, we have a United Express Embraer 175. He came in from Chicago O'Hare earlier today and is going to be heading back out there. Moving on right here, we have an American Eagle CRJ 900. He came in from Charlotte earlier today and will be heading back out there. We are still getting the main line going strong to Charlotte, which is still really cool to me. It's just crazy that we're getting main line on a route like that. But to complement that main line, we do also have these PSA CRJ 700s and 900s going out a couple of times a day as well. Moving on right here, we have a Delta Boeing 737-800 with the new split scimitars. Delta are still in the process of retrofitting their entire 738 fleet with these split scimitars. They've already finished doing it for the 900s, and now they moved on to the 800s. But yeah, so we have been getting these 738s and 9s pretty consistently from Atlanta here at Lexington, kind of a couple of each a day. Then the Boeing 717s, and then I'm honestly not sure. I don't think we're getting any regional flights for Atlanta. I believe it's all mainline right now. I could be wrong on that, but as of recording, that is what's going on. So that fluctuates a lot with different aircraft, with different narrow-body aircraft and regional aircraft in Delta's fleet. But yeah, so for today, this Boeing 737-800 came in from Atlanta and is going to be heading back out there. Next right here, we have a Delta Connection Embraer 170. There are still a couple of these in service, not a ton, but there's still some of these flying around for Delta Connection, I believe all by Republic Airways. And we still get them at Lexington quite regularly. Right now we're getting these from Detroit, along with the Embraer 175s. It kind of fluctuates, and also to Washington Reagan. So yeah, that's where this guy's going to be going today. He came in from Detroit earlier today, and he's just about to push back, and the wing walker's ready to head out to Washington Reagan. Finishing us off for aircraft at the gate right here, we have an American Airbus A319 with sharklets. He came in from Dallas-Fort Worth earlier today and is just getting fueled up to head back out there. Moving on over to the ramp here, we have been getting a ton of college sports charters. It is like peak season for college sports charters. We have been getting so many different ones. You know, Delta 757s, just on the ramp, like right now as I'm recording this video, there is an Avelo 737-700, and also Breeze Embraer 190s. Unfortunately, I don't have a Breeze Embraer 190, so in this video I'm going to be representing that with a Breeze Embraer 195, since that is the only thing that has been released in 1:400 scale for Breeze E-Jets. But we have gotten like 3 different Breeze Embraer 190s in the past month here in Lexington. There's one coming in tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure what these are for. It's, I assume, some kind of UK sports charter, someone playing UK or something. I don't really know. I just like seeing the planes. But yeah, this one came in from Austin earlier today and is going to be heading out to New Orleans. And with that, that does conclude today's airport update of Lexington Bluegrass Airport. Before you click away from the video, there were a few pieces of news I wanted to save to the end to go over. We actually got, just in the past couple of days, 2 different new route announcements. One of those is technically a returning route, not a new route. But the first one is the new routes, and that is Allegiant are going to be launching service to Sarasota, Florida, which is definitely interesting. This will be, I believe, Allegiant's 5th Florida destination, or maybe 6th, actually. Yeah, I think it's their 6th one, because they currently fly Orlando, Sanford, Fort Lauderdale, Punta Gorda, St. Petersburg, and Destin Fort Walton seasonally. But yeah, so this will be their 6th. But they are going to be launching this flight on April 3rd of 2025, which is definitely interesting. It's awesome to see Allegiant expanding at Lexington. We've obviously been getting some different, they've launched some different routes over the years, many of which haven't returned. They flew Houston Hobby for a few years. They flew I believe they flew Savannah as well. Obviously, they just recently relaunched Las Vegas. I'm definitely hoping that one actually sticks around. But yeah, so it's nice to see Allegiant adding their 6th Floridian destination and their 8th destination from Lexington overall. But what is arguably the more exciting route announcement, which is actually a returning route, Delta just announced that they are going to be relaunching their New York LaGuardia service. This was a flight that they had prior to COVID that, of course, stopped during COVID, and they never ended up restarting it, which was, this left a huge gap in Lexington's service. It's absolutely crazy that we went so long without having any service to the biggest city in the U.S., but now finally we are going to have a nonstop to New York again in the form of Delta's nonstop to New York LaGuardia, which I believe starts on May 7th. And I think it's going to be operated on the CRJ 900s, although that is, of course, subject to change. But yeah, so it's so awesome that we're going to be getting those new routes, and I'm just so happy. There's a lot of interesting news here at Lexington. Definitely a lot more than last month, where I feel like the update just wasn't that exciting. But yeah, so if you guys did enjoy this video, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. I hope you guys do have an absolutely incredible rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.